store, and I was researching all of these boxes and trying to figure out, did I need regular strength, extra regular strength? And there was a gentleman nearby, and he looked a little nervous, and he started to approach me, and as he did, he's kind of looking me up and down, and he said, "Pardon me, I don't mean to be so bold, but if you don't mind my saying, you don't need that." Well, it just about melted my little heart. And wanting to put him at ease, of course, I said, "Oh my goodness, thank you so much, but if you could see under this skirt, nobody does it like me." And then there was the time in 1974, I was with the Girl Scouts in Washington, D.C., and we were visiting the Washington Monument. So we rode the elevator to the top, but on the way down, we took the historic walking tour, all 898 steps. Well, I got there a heck of a lot faster than everybody else. Not because of any athletic endurance, but because I tumbled the last 100 or so on the way down. So now fast forward decades later, and I'm with my then husband in DC, and yes, we are at that same monument. And while we're waiting for our tour to begin, a gentleman in the group raises his hand and he says, "Are we able to take the historic walking tour?" The guide looked at him and said, "Sadly, the tour was closed down for safety reasons in 1974. Nobody does it like me." Oh, I got a million of them. So for 21 years, I worked at Rhode Island Hospital, the lifespan system. And it was incredibly convenient because not only did this campus provide my employment, which put food on the table for my family, but it was also the location of all of my doctor's offices. So one particular memorable morning, as I was packing my lunch, I was packing a little, shall we say, refresher kit as well. You see, I had a mid-morning doctor's appointment and I wanted to be minty fresh. So as I got to work, I went to the cafeteria and it was incredibly busy. But I was not bothered at all because all through the food and beverage line, I was accompanied by a very dashing doctor. And we had lovely banter. It was very flirtatious until that is we got to the cash register. Because like when we got there and I put my hand into my pocketbook and pulled out my billfold, something big, white, and cotton soared towards the sky. And I watched in horror as my minty fresh undies parachuted down. The fabric of our lives. Without even realizing it, I took a play out of my mother's book, not a fumble or a tumble, but I played music in the background in our house while my children were growing up. And Carole King's Tapestry album was right at the top of the list, and I would say